So when you open your file, you're going to find the one that I provide you. You're going to find a section of brick wall and the first initial brick column there. And we're going to go ahead and delete these. What I've done is, just so we can do a general overview, I've created a bunch of levels. The first level 2 after level 1 obviously is 20 feet high. That's like the podium of the building. And then I think each one increments up about 14 feet or something like that. And then if we were to go to level 1, you can see I've created these kind of grid systems also, very similar to how we started out, things to align to in our very first project. But there's a hierarchy to this. So I have the longer ones, the longer grid systems. Those are the major columns we're going to place. And then the intermediate ones are the smaller columns we're going to place. And you'll see how this works out as we move along. So let's go to the 3D view right away. And I'm going to go ahead and delete the wall. And I'll delete the column. And I'm going to I'll go to level 2, because that's where we're actually going to build the wall, because we're going to start the wall above the podium, above where we're going to put some storefront glazing. So I'm going to grab the wall tool, architectural, and I'm going to grab the new brick wall, basic new brick wall that'll be supplied. I'll just zoom in here and we'll just start at one end and move to the other side. And if we click, that'll give us exactly 80 feet. So now we have our brick wall in place. I'll just pop over to the 3D view so you can see what it looks like. And of course, I made the mistake of not concerning myself with what level it went to. And I want it to go to level 5. And I'll hit apply. There we go. Now let's go ahead and place the major columns. So once again, I'll go to level 2 because that's a good reference, because that'll show the wall itself. And I'm going to grab the column tool. And I've gone ahead and made some architectural columns. But these are not structural, but they're architectural columns. And I'm going to pick the large one, the 48-inch wide pilaster, I call it. And if we go to edit type, you'll notice this shows up. This is just a custom rectangular column that I've added a finish to of new brick. Its depth is 2 feet and its width is 4 feet wide. And you could have created this yourself, but I'm doing it to save us time. And I also made a smaller one. So we're going to go ahead and place this. And the way we're going to place it is we're going to line it up with the back edge and with the grid. And I'll click it in place. Then I'm going to go up to modify and grab this column itself. And I want to make sure that I have this going from level 1 up to level 5. And you'll notice how nicely that is visually engaged with the wall itself. Now let's just take a look at what we have in the 3D view. So now I'm going to go back to let's go to level 2. Well, we can go to level 1. Actually, it's more informative at level 2. Now I'm going to go ahead and copy this column over a few times. Now remember, this is the major column, so we're going to use the major grid system, the longer grid system. And I'm going to use the copy tool, and I have it set on multiple. And I've got the column selected. And now I can just go from grid to grid and copy that column system. And we'll go back and look at it in the 3D view. And then we have the start of our kind of our hierarchy. We have a wall system that's at one level, and then our major columns at another level. So now let's place those intermediate columns. And the difference here is they don't go all the way down to the grade. They just go to the second floor level. So I'll go back to level 2. I'm going to go to architecture, column. And this time I'm going to select the shallow one. That has less depth to it. And I want to make sure, see, we don't get actually an indication of what levels they're attaching to here. So that really doesn't matter. We're going to go ahead and we can make that adjustment. And I'll just center those right on the grid and the face of the building. You notice that gives us a nice kind of a reveal. This is stepping back a little bit. And I'll click on this and make sure that it goes from the levels we want. It goes from level 2, which is correct, but we want it to go up to level 5. And I probably could have set that the first time I selected the columns. Let me go back and check this. I forget about this. Yeah, here's where I should have set that up at the top in the green bar. We're on level 2, and the height could have been gone to level 5. I could have set that right out of that up there. Or actually, no, that looks like it's height. So anyway, I'd have to screw around with that. All right, so let's go ahead now and copy this over. So I'm just going to get out of this, grab the minor column this time, grab the copy tool, and just move it over Oops. Let's try that again. Sorry, I moved it into the other major column. And I want these to sit on the minor grids. And let's go and look at it in the 3D view. And there we have it. I missed one, so let's go back to level 2, and let me just place that final one. I'm still in copy mode, but I'm not getting a highlighting, so I'm going to grab it again and copy that over, and we're all set. Next thing we'll look at is putting some sweeps, using some sweeps that I've already have some custom shapes built into the file.